are with Ravenloft, The Conspiracy at Krezk, Season 1, Episode 8. It is March 2018. I am Devin the GM, and to my left we have Explain Why.
Tyler playing Phineas Grassbottom.
Kevin playing Asher.
And Peter Jack Angus.
Alright, gang, why don't you recap last session to us?
Well, we finished playing the Dream Realms, left that place firmly after rescuing the Delisnia.
Looted the body of a vampire.
Yeah, tossed some heart into the pyre and make it eternal or whatever. And left that place after burning down some tree ant thing with pesticide.
And then we got back to town and found out that a copycat serial killer was now murdering people in the same manner as the previous serial killer.
And uncovered some very strong evidence that this was tied to demonic activity and possession.
Demonic is such a strong word. Something special going on.
And then you went to a spooky cabin in the woods.
Spooky.
Yep. And discovered that it has connection to the mining company and that they've taken something from there, probably back to the mines.
Yep. And then we talked with the chaplain about some rosary that comes from the village of Barovia orphanage, something like that. Basically, we got the quest mark in the village of Barovia. We'll figure it out.
A member of the priesthood that runs the orphanage there left their cross behind in someone's throat. So,
what a nice thing to do.
Evidence.
Yep. Okay.
Put on your detective mode. Alright. So... you guys are in Krezk?
mm-hmm.
Yep.
I believe you're meeting up with the Delisnia twins.
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds about right.
To cross-reference what they found and so on.
Yeah, one of them was collecting information on the killer, and the other was just palling around.
That's nice.
So we're talking to the useful one.
I mean, the palling around one's the combat character. The one finding serial killer notes is the nerd.
They're both useful in their own way.
Yeah.
And we were also going to talk to the mayor of the town. What do they call them?
Burgermeister?
The Burgermaster. To get permission.
Burger Master Burger?
Have it your way, Witch King.
For official permission to enter the mines again and, not get attacked on sight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah. Best to talk with the twins first to get further evidence so they have less reason to refuse us.
The Burgomaster is called Ivan Wachter.
Wachter.
Yeah. And he is Burgomaster of Krezk, the city, and there's another word for that for being like the rural areas. I want to say Boyer? Boyer.
Jean Terrar.
No, not in this part of Ravenloft.
Yeah.
On Barovia. So, you guys are what? Probably at Phineas's house?
Yeah. Yeah, at the workshop.
Alright, you three return with your findings, and the Delisnia twins are there as well. They've set up work on one of your cleared out tables and have like paper and stuff down, and are just talking back and forth in fantasy French, or fantasy Norlinian? The word. And they kind of just, turn their attention to you when you walk in.
So what have you found?
Oh, I was able to find the notes and documentation I made on that route the killer was taking in between Krezk and the Outlands.
Good. And it runs through the mines?
Yes, it's a path through there. Through the cave system.
Huh. Occurs to me we can use the same cave if we want to get in there without being noticed.
Oh yes, you just have to head to the outskirts.
So easy.
It's an option to fall back on if we don't get the proper backing for all this.
Indeed. Indeed, a wise choice. He has the journals of the serial killer out for your perusal.
Someone should read that out loud for, all our benefits.
I'll do so.
Whoever might be the investigator.
Whoever might be literate.
Whoever that might be.
The cat. It's about the extent of his...
Yeah, that was picked up at the tavern. Cat's cradle. Okay, so we read that out loud for those less, reading inclined.
Well, we'll read it and we'll say the pertinent bits aloud.
Yeah. We'll make the gist of it, Devin.
Okay. Yeah, so going over the diary, it seems to be from a individual who doesn't sign his own name in his own diary. What is this? Silent Hill? Or Resident Evil? Or BioShock? System Shock?
I mean, you can
It's
put the name at the front.
It's not like a whole book. It's like pages. It's like pages that have been collected together between like rocks and stuff. Like someone who can't afford a book because books are expensive.
It was me, the cat's whore.
The cat's hole?
Cat's whore, Dazzler.
The cat's whore Dazzler. Wow. What a reference for you to make.
I don't know. Your reference was talking into me, Devin.
It's amazing. Okay. So yeah, it is a fellow who was basically working hard labor because that's how you make a living in Krezk, if you can work hard labor. And a lot of his writings, it looks like he took everything he had and had in that little dugout that Gerard had found. And it's mundane-ish. It's just him talking about working for a living and living his life. There's crude sketches of things like birds and trees or flowers or just finding a way to whittle away the next 20 to 30 years before he'll die.
So no listing of the people he hates and the reason why he hates them, who'll be the next target.
Are any of the
I'm getting there.
Are any of the animals or birds unusual?
In the beginning, not really. It seems like he's just doing charcoal sketches with charcoal because it's bountiful when you live by fire pits. It's near the end where the stuff that would be Skyrim quest markers starts popping up.
Okay.
Those would be more like Morrowind, where they don't give you quest markers; it slowly creeps in, so you have to read the whole goddamn thing to get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
The dude starts having more restless nights. He's being kept up. He starts to get this suspicion in his head that some of the people in Krezk are strange or there's something wrong with them. They look at him funny. And he basically comments that he was working construction, getting the mine set up and stuff. Because, they had him go in there, put the wood in and, get the supports going. And there was, a part of the mine that was, not quite opened up all the way. And there was, old stagnant water running through it that was, it had a very acidic smell, or very he said it smelled like rotten eggs.
Right.
And when he went to kind of move it around and do stuff in there, and cut his hand on something metal in there, and ever since then he's been starting to it doesn't really correlate for him. He doesn't figure out that's what happens, but it's around that time that he the next day he starts mentioning that people start looking funny to him.
Got an infection or something.
Tetanus.
Did we ever dig up the bodies of the victims?
No, we were gonna kind of leave that as a last resort. I mean, it's still an option.
We're
Got my
going
shovel.
we're going to drain that puddle thing, the underground lake.
The acid pit, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that, his writings get more erratic, more capitalized and full of spelling errors. He starts talking about outbursts that people have had at him because they're getting mad at him, or he's getting mad at them. It's getting more confused and feverish. And he talks about animals following him at night. Whenever he's trying to go to bed, he's being watched constantly by vermin. He says there's these big rats out there that are watching him and trying to get him.
Overseas hysteria.
This is the diary of the first serial
The
killer,
actual
right?
serial killer.
Okay. So he might have been killing the wrong people, but it's a far cry from the current one where we're actually seeing signs of actual possession, I guess.
But we should still check.
But yeah, as it goes on, he starts talking about how he has to, like, he's basically, he started hearing voices telling him that he can't stop this, or that it's mocking him or taunting him and goading him, letting him know that he's going to die soon, that he's been cursed. So he's taken upon himself to start, like, lashing out and getting rid of these demon people. They look weird. He saw one of the vermin crawl into someone's mouth when they were sleeping, and he, like, followed them and took care of them.
Take the vermin out of you.
Hey, how do people get possessed? Like, is there something that causes it?
Priscilla! Transpossession.
Which is...
An evil spirit enters through your negative emotions or being unloyal to your family or patriarchs, and then slowly starts to replace you with it.
So, negative emotions, like being tortured slowly?
Being mad, coveting someone's wife or husband, getting greedy, being bad to authority figures, not tied into the church enough, bad feelings.
I'm trying to cross-reference that with, like, medical stuff. Like, what disease could this be?
You come from World War One.
Yeah?
I don't know. Tetanus and a blood fever. He probably had ghosts in his blood. I know they had much more advanced medical knowledge in World War One, but you are a doctor from Australia. It was probably ghosts in his blood.
Like the victims, if he was trying to torture the demons out of them or whatever, that could actually probably open them up to actual demons and ghosts possessing them because, they're being tortured to insanity.
It's possible.
So, kind of...
I'd have to check my books.
Yeah.
I don't have my guide to fiends.
Its own self-fulfilling thing, I guess, where, he catches innocent people and tortures them until they're possessed and then feels...
Or they're not
Justified.
innocent at all, and for some reason the silver stream gave him second sight.
I mean, I'm more willing to believe that a bunch of innocent people got caught up by a madman than that a bunch of people in our town are evil. Could be. They're like... Do we know any of the victims?
You knew them in that you grew up in town with them their entire lives.
Yeah, but they were like children and stuff too. Like, didn't he
The
kill...
old, the weak, the infirm, some of the young, yeah.
Yeah, I really can't see, some 13-year-old being, evil enough to justify that.
Any gap a devil can crawl through.
I was wondering if we should dig up a few more bodies and see for sure. Like I said, the ones in the colder areas might be easier to check that kind of thing for.
I'll go get my grave digging shovel.
Why do you have one of those?
I mean, it's a
Scientific
regular
reasons.
shovel, but...
You gotta dig your own grave in this town. It's just the way it is.
You gotta earn your life.
I mean, it's a medieval town. Those usually have, like, negative population growth. People come here to die.
Should we do that before going to the Burgermeister?
I don't know. I think it might be good to go to the Burgermeister first.
No, let's go to the Yeah, let's do that first because if we get caught robbing graves,
Yeah.
things could go very south for us very quickly.
Well, it's less robbing and more checking to make sure like this is a legit issue with demonic possession.
I mean...
Well, it is my grave digging shovel because it's the quietest one.
Generally, you don't want to be going around graves telling that they've been possessed by demons and so on. That generally tends to aggravate the family of the victims.
We have genuine. I mean, we've got a body down in the chapel right now that is chock full of demon things. It's not like we're doing this without cause or on a hunch.
Well, probably should still involve the priests or whatever. Make sure everything's sanctified or whatever.
We could show the body to the Burgermeister as well. Show him the evidence and then tell him that we need to check one of the other bodies.
You think he's got stomach for that? To look at bodies?
Does he?
Who?
The Burgermeister.
Burgermeister's a hard man.
Ah.
He'd want to know, too, this is on all our heads if there's rampant possession.
Oh, it's more on his head than ours.
Do we know him well enough to know how he would react to the idea of demonic possession within the town?
It's a pretty big ass there.
How did you react to the murders
But I
from
mean,
last
like-
time?
Is he a spiritual man?
Yeah, he's Barovian.
Yeah. I think that's enough of an answer.
So we're going to this guy? Or what are we doing first?
Well, let's go to him.
And again, the priest we talked to didn't even seem willing to...
Human idiot?
I think the priest was just being diplomatic.
I mean, we had a body right there with feathers in its throat. Oh, right, back of the eyeball. Yeah.
I don't think that particularly
Entrance.
church endures by being especially overt.
I mean, you don't want to rally up the locals. Well,
Yeah, let's go talk to him.
All right. What did you all find? If we can get a...
Oh, right, cabin out in the woods. Just one of the ones that the miners have been renting. Where, murder victim.
some transpossession.
Signs of sulfur at the windowsills, door frame, struggle inside. Something inside there had been taken out, carted off to the mine.
Something heavy. It was hidden in a room, so...
Yeah. The cadaver had feathers behind his eyes and could turn his head like an owl.
She was there for that.
Oh, yeah. Oh. No.
Okay. I think they're both just gathering info from you.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll take a look. Let's see what we can research here. We have our notes.
Okay.
Yep.
What else? Oh yeah, the cross was specifically from a priest or a holy figure in the town of Barovia.
Ah, interesting.
From an orphanage. Okay.
All right. So you're gonna go meet the Burgomaster.
Yeah.
Okay. We're back. Okay, Peter's gonna play a card. Peter, talk about your card.
I mean, it's played at the start of the session. It's the
Which it is.
Yeah, it's the enemy card, which basically means that the GM chooses a villain of their choice, and the villain becomes our sworn enemy. And until the enemy is retired, then I'll be getting an extra adventure card each game, which means I'll be getting 2 more than everybody else, and so on and so on. And yeah, I can soak wounds caused by them, and so on and so on.
Can't soak wounds caused by your enemy?
Yep.
That is rough.
Welcome to your nightmare.
Extra cards, guys. Might as well make it interesting.
So Peter has put that into play.
Yep. So, the Burgermeister.
Burgomaster Wachter is in the middle, like he's situated in kind of the Burgomeister's estate, which is his home, but he also he also has like an office building, not an office building, but like a town hall, a longhouse, a thing in the middle-ish of town because it's a fortress city, like a keep thing, where he would be to manage the city.
His mayor palace, yeah.
The mayor place.
The mayor.
The seat of his power.
Yeah, the mayor place. You know what I mean.
The burger place.
The burger master. What? No. No, this music's appropriate. Whatever. Majula it is. It's a really good background track. Alright. Ivan Wachter is a man in his later years. He's gray. He's covered in wrinkles. He has a giant Barovian beard that he keeps like trimmed and in proper order. He's balding, and he's in pretty good health. He walks around in furs and has like a necklace that shows that it's his badge of office or whatever. And yeah, he just looks like a rugged guy. He still hunts, he still fishes, the whole thing.
Ooh.
And yeah, he's managing stuff in the mayor's estate, going about his business. Like he's sitting at a table, just going over paperwork, talking to advisors and stuff. You can just kind of walk in. This place is full of people. You're going to start something in here, you'll get stabbed.
We'll go in, grade him. Say that
Phineas,
wish they
Asher, John, Jack. He says the name like it's a weird name.
Which is a weird name.
It is. Yes. Jaxed. What can I do for the three of you?
Well, I wish that we came under better circumstances, but it seems that our town is again plagued by troubles. And you remember how the last time there was a murderer afoot. We were able to assist in apprehending him.
I'm well aware of the previous killer.
We were hoping that we might lend our abilities again.
He gets up from the table and kind of walks around the room. It's a stone room. There's like torches and there's a fireplace. There's a rather large hunting hawk kind of on a perch nearby with a little hood on to keep it from freaking out. He kind of walks over to it and is kind of just stroking it. That is a complicated thing, as the killer seems to have resurfaced. Yet we put him down. Scattered his bones into the rock of the mines.
We know for a fact it was the right person too. So this has got to be a copycat.
A copycat? How ghoulish. Is that how these things work? Generally, one doesn't aspire to imitate. One aspires to cut their own path.
Madmen do a lot of things.
But predictability is not one of them.
We actually, we're looking at the body of the victim, and we're seeing things that are cause for concern. What religion is he?
Barovian. They have their own, cultural religion.
Do they?
Basically. You all kind of do. It's a mixed... People think the Morning Lord is... Morning Lord religion is kind of the main religion, but people also think the Church of Ezra is, so optimistic. Good for you. But, Barovian folk religion.
Which is a superstitious religion, I assume?
Oh, it's so superstitious and xenophobic.
Okay, and wait, this person that was killed was an outsider as well. They were
one of the merchants.
Yeah.
It might be easier if we could just show you.
I am quite occupied with this affair as it is. You came here to speak. What do you have to say?
Signs of possession.
He spits into the fireplace. Don't bring that evil into this house.
Sorry, it's It's true, though. We
What
examined
proof
the body.
have you?
The body itself. Feathers on the back of the
Blackbird
eyes.
signs.
Blackbird signs? Yeah, that's the...
Head that turns like an owl.
Their bodies deformed in ways that aren't natural to a human or elf.
Nah. An old woman playing tricks with her poultry. A child or a cruel man, a mule or an idiot, breaking bones when they're mishandling a body. An outsider with their tainted blood. None of these things speak to kind of just makes like a hand sign.
So
A hand sign of I do not want to deal with that.
Maybe. Be that as it may, we have reason to believe that the current murderer is using the mines to get into the town.
Through a tunnel, yeah.
A tunnel.
We'd like to check this out.
Tell me about this tunnel.
It was used by the previous killer to lead from the mines into town without coming off as suspect.
We never knew how he moved so quickly.
We'd like to check it out, make sure that whoever's doing this isn't using the same routes, and if they are, help apprehend them. But we have reason to believe that the Merchant Guild might not be so cooperative if we approach them on our own, which is why we were hoping for some official sanction.
The merchant's influence is far-reaching, and they gild it in gold. Or silver, he says silver, but gold is alliterative. They gild it in silver. If I were to push against them on their new prospect, the repercussions to me would not be insignificant if we were wrong.
We don't necessarily need to push against them. Nothing that we're proposing to do hurts their interests.
Ah, but you want to go into the mines.
We'd like access, that's all, to stop a murderer, which is also in their interests as well.
Silvermen do not care about don't care about their interests, they care about their coffers. What kills one leaves more shares for the other. Men who deal with money in such ways have no empathy or common good in their hearts. Merchants.
Outsiders.
It's pure.
Non-humans.
You want to slap?
Oh, Royal.
What do you have for me for this? What?
We did find evidence in the cabin of something being stowed there that was large, possibly a coffin.
Yeah.
A coffin?
Like the one that we buried. Did we bury the... Yeah, we did. We buried the previous killer.
You guys basically wrapped up his body and hucked it in a rock grave.
I thought it was in a sarcophagus.
Might have been.
Because I thought that was...
I mean, the vampire was in the sarcophagus.
No one likes to hear the word coffin.
They took something from the scene too, mine.
something large, something in a hidden room. They're covering up something.
Very well. Go check the mine, but I can vouch for you getting in, but I can't vouch for your safety inside. Accidents happen. It
Understood.
would be all too easy for the killer to, he uses air quotes, strike again while you were left alone and vulnerable inside.
Okay.
Well, given the way the coward attacks, I don't think it'll be that easy. You know, the weak, the infirm, children.
He,
I think he's implying that the merchants might kill us.
Oh, that too.
That's the one. Oh, Asher.
And we won't soon forget your graciousness.
See that you don't. A quiet end to this would be best. I don't need another riot and mob on our hands.
Right.
Be careful with your tongue about this. Fiendishness.
I don't see why those words need to be uttered again outside of this room.
See that they don't, especially not around the peasants.
Okay.
All right.
I guess we go towards the mines. Or do you want to be digging? Do you want to ask about the digging as well?
No, I don't want to ask about the digging.
Okay.
There's no real point if he doesn't want to believe it. So.
It's not that he doesn't want to believe it, he doesn't want it to be a thing.
Doesn't want to get involved.
Barovians are very superstitious. He believed it as soon as you proposed it. He just doesn't want to. He wants to violently reject it.
Like, oh no, not this again.
This is shit.
I don't want to deal with this.
Legalize murder.
No, so let's get to the mine.
So your next step is the mine.
Yep.
Alright. We return then to the Krezk mine, which was a salt mine, or a silver mine, or a quartz mine.
It was everything mine.
It's a little bit of everything.
Let's bring all of our gear with us as well, and equip ourselves for spelunking. And maybe if we have to stay overnight.
Okay.
And a signed affidavit or something from the burgomaster so that we can actually get in. I don't think we could just go there and be like, yeah, he told us to come here, it's okay.
I mean, I do have another card I can play. Or we will
You
play.
have to spend bennies.
Oh no, my bennies, I've got 5 of them.
Gee.
I'm the Benny Bank. Okay, yeah, we'll take all of our gear. Do you bring your woodsman?
I'll pack him up. Yeah, bring this
Okay.
little suitcase.
Your robot.
Yep.
Robot, your taser, your everything.
My brand new telekinetic glove.
Oh my. Okay. We pack up and go.
I'll leave the donkey at home, though. I'm not taking the donkey into the mine.
That's fair. Alright, you guys pack up. Alright, we're back. So, you guys take the path out of town to the Krezk mine. It's afternoon, head into evening when you get there, because you've had a full day already. You just waited till morning. It is a mining town. There are some people from the Krezk militia there. 2 or 3 of them, and they're gesticulating energetically with the merchants. And yeah, the merchants are like they're arguing when you guys approach.
Can we overhear what they're arguing about?
Oh yeah, totally. They're arguing about like people coming onto their land, and they're like, "This is not your land. This is Strahd's land." Outsider.
Oh, the merchants are being told off?
Oh yeah,
Good.
to let you on here. All the merchants you're looking at, they're outsiders, right? But they are all instead of wearing like the kind of foreigner clothing they wear, now they're wearing like heavier Barovian style clothing, but they also have like heavy like wrappings and like leather stuff on them, and gloves and coats and like hoods. They're covering themselves up pretty a lot.
Is
For
it
spring.
armor? Is it that cold? Or
It's spring breaking.
maybe they're from somewhere warm, or they're hiding something.
Yeah.
Occult tattoos.
Dress for combat.
Yeah, they don't usually dress like this, but like the ones you can see, not all of them are like it, but the majority are.
Or maybe they're paranoid about being attacked and murdered.
Or maybe they're hiding their Adam Jensen Typhoon mods so that if someone jumps you, ball bearings explode out of you like a claymore mine.
That could be it too.
Sounds
Oh,
about right.
Savage Rifts.
Oh, that's gonna be good. I didn't ask for this. Pachoo!
Well, it's awesome.
Claymore mines! But yeah, when you guys approach, they all spit at your feet and leave the scene.
The militiamen or the merchantmen?
The merchant men, who are dressed up like shaman.
Okay.
Not the town guards. The town guards are here on your behalf.
Ah.
Let me get close to them and I can puke on their shoes. So
Let's not antagonize the situation.
all right.
So yeah, you're in the miners' camp. There's longhouses and storehouses and like rock piles everywhere and like lumber that's been cut down. This place has been stripped clean and like clear cut and turned into like a little tiny camp for people to live in where they mine. You know, latrines and like sump holes have been all dug and stuff.
So, do you want to be asking around about the things that was taken from the place?
Then they know that we know, and we don't want them to know what we know.
We're not doing much asking of these people, I don't think. We're just looking.
Okay. I mean, we could. Either or.
So we know where the tracks left off, right? The ones that we followed?
Yeah.
Can we pick up the trail from there?
In here? That'd be tricky.
Probably would be hard because there's probably way more traffic around here, so...
How would you go about identifying those tracks from the foot traffic around here? You know it came here to the mining camp in the mine.
It'd be heavier than most coming into town, coming into here, because usually the heavy stuff would be going out.
Maybe there'd be different thickness. Maybe they're just like something more improvised, cut-wise, or maybe, you know... There's nothing
Also a good point.
Yep.
All right, so I guess that means we do dice rolls.
Yep. What would that be?
Notice.
Notice.
The notice skill.
Notice us.
Oh, I do have Ha ha ha.
Our group is pretty good at noticing things.
Okay.
Okay, it's the bottom one, isn't it? Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wait.
Nice. So,
15?
two raises?
That's another 4,
Oh. Yeah.
and a 2, so 1 raise.
So you got 2 raises and I got nothing.
You guys are able to locate the tracks working together.
Cool.
They go off that road, head into here, and it looks like it might have been brought into one of the larger houses built directly into the stonework of the face of the mine. Because like it's not like a big hole in the ground anymore. They've built like a house, like a facade over it out of stone and Wow, I said like 4 different words for wood. It was timber, lumber, and like wood at the same time. They built a facade over the mine that has like, you know, racks for tools and like doors and like better channeling for like mine carts and wheelbarrows and stuff to come out of.
So
It went into one that isn't heading directly into the main entrance of the mine, but it headed into that kind of building nearby.
So a group of merchants stalked off after we came through. Are there still people around?
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 people just mulling about. Some people are still putting finishing touches on the longhouses.
We got like a writ for this, right? Or was it just...
No, those
the
soldiers
guards
showed up and told them to get fucked.
So we can pretty much explore anywhere without them getting all...
Yeah,
Oh,
unless
they'll
they
get
decide
pissed.
that you're, you know, vulnerable and try to murder you.
That's fine. Yeah, let's just go right into there and violate their privacy. Violate the fuck right out of it.
Right? Let's roll up and do it.
All right, where do you guys explore?
The cabin that the thing would have been rolled into.
Sure, head over there. Yeah, it looks like it's a kind of storage area. It looks like it's 2 stories built into the rock face, into like a small, shallower cavern into the mountainside.
okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open that right up, unless it's
Yep.
locked.
No, it's not locked. The interior is a wooden interior, and it leads into cave, and it looks like they've cut and smoothed and reinforced it. There's tools in here, like lots of pickaxes and spanners and lanterns, drums of oil.
Well, we'll look for whatever looks big enough to be heavy enough to lead those sort of deep tracks and what have you. So
I'm gonna grab a hand weapon. Do they have any like large hammers?
Yeah.
I'll heft one of those.
Yeah, there's a rail driving hammer.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess the tracks probably lead further into the mine.
They lead into this area, and they're done because it's wood in here.
We don't see a cart,
Nope.
So
but it's just the one cave entrance.
Yeah, and it ends. Like you can see the end of it from here.
So it doesn't lead into the mine. That's it. This is the place, right?
Yeah, this is the whole place. It's like a shallow cave.
Okay.
I'll light up a lantern and check out the interior of the cave and check it for any like odd surfaces or.
There's more
potential-
storage in here. They put more like chests and crates and like big like boxes, like crated storage boxes. And the sides and the ceiling have all been reinforced with like timber.
Okay, well, either it's in one of those piles or there's some secret door around here that someone has been hiding something, so I guess you can check the actual boxes, I can check the walls and floors, I guess.
Sure.
You check something else, I guess?
I'll keep watch.
Yeah.
Brings up that flask of his.
All right. You're going through the crates. There's a pry bar. You can get into them just fine. The crates are full of... what's the word for this? Iron and steel plates that have engravings on the inside of them.
Do we recognize the engravings?
They're like circles that have engravings in them, and they're like all matched up into these plates, and they have a screw to hold them together.
So artistic engravings or functional markings?
You're a maker man, right?
Yeah.
Just give me a roll. Or just a smart person roll, a mind
Smarts
roll,
roll.
skill
So
roll.
smarts?
That's the one. Yeah, it looks like 4. So, these are minting plates,
Minting.
Oh.
like for coins.
Isn't that highly illegal?
I mean, if you do it in the country where the coins are made.
Every country has their own coins.
I mean, no, back in the day, it used to be like, goldsmiths make their own coins. Everybody had to make their own coins necessarily. So as long as you're not pretending to be,
So it's
Mr.
not,
Big Boss.
The
it's
value
not
of the
illegal to do
coin.
here.
It's not illegal to do really anywhere in this time period because the value of a coin is literally the material it's printed out of. And just the signage on it just told you where it came from and what kind of value it had. It was usually tied to something. The value of the money or the value of the bank it came from. Which eventually evolved into banknotes because I watch Extra History that Peter turned me on to. So yeah, companies would make their own coins if they had the power for it. Like, didn't the East India Trade Company do that?
I don't know.
They were pretty powerful. But these plates, like there's like big solid crates that have like sets of them, and some of them are kind of like waxy, some of them are materials to make them or to kind of do the process, tools and stuff. Some are small kilns and whatnot, specialized tools. Yeah, there's like 15 to 20 different distinctive kind of sets in here. Some of them are for like bars and ingots.
None of them are Barovian.
Some of them are.
So it looks like they want to mine some silver from the mine and smelt it directly into coins and bars and everything and have their own money basically out of it. Makes
Which,
sense.
if you know anything about mining, word for the Krezk mine would be stupid, because the Krezk mine is really exhaustive silver.
Unless they found new veins.
And then those new veins would make them very rich.
Yep.
Especially if they're just turning the silver directly into coins.
With my silver. Those fucks.
And if they take it out as coins, it might be easier to hide that they find new veins of silver because they're not taking out raw ore, which might raise more eyebrows.
Yeah, they own they're like taking ownership of this place, so it's not like anyone can say anything about
carts
it.
full
But
of,
but they don't own it, and it is Barovian land.
carts full of silver versus carts full of silver coins raises as much suspicion, really.
Yeah, but the coins are easier to kind of conceal and move around. Ore is still ore. It's huge.
And probably just smelt it. And you could,
Yeah, smelt into ingots.
yeah. Either or.
I mean, why else would they have so many different types? If they just wanted to mine it and smelt it into coins, they would have one set of coins.
Well,
This is to make it look like it comes from different areas.
I mean, you could check whether they're trying to copy something that's already existing. Are they trying to do forgery here, or are they just minting their own coins? Just read us in the reverse. You're smart enough. do any of them say Strut the Magnificent?
The coins are symbol-based.
Yeah.
That's why I asked if someone
Yeah.
Barovian.
Like, there's like the rat and the raven and the wolf on them and stuff. Or whatever the coinage in this backwards hellhole.
What'd you find in the walls?
Oh, the rat tooth, the raven claw, and the wolf fang.
Ravenclaw.
There's also in the crates as you're going through. There's like parts for more complex like tools and dies and stuff. Like there's like sheets of metal and like different like kind of waxes and like carved rock that would be used to like forge, like it'd be a master template to forge parts. Tooling dies.
You're a craft person. You can figure out what they can make out of this.
Can I tell what they're trying to forge?
It looks like all this equipment in here is like to set up a workshop. Like these are like tooling die templates and like the materials to make other tooling dies to like build bigger things.
Right.
This is like a whole setup.
So they're wanting to take iron or whatever from these mines and turn it into tools. I guess so. They're just doing everything in the house.
Yeah, they're trying to set up something big here for sure.
Yeah.
This is a big operation. No wonder they're upset that we're poking around.
Yeah. It's aside from the fact it's not their mine, it's all kind of on the up and up. It's nothing to bring them into the law over.
I mean, they're preparing for something big, and that's it.
So yeah, my guess is they found extra veins down there,
Yep.
like a big deposit. Which is funny. I've worked here for years and dry.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, that's what you found. He's moving shit around, and you're specifically looking for like hidden like hatches and entryways.
Yeah.
One of the support structures is false.
Okay. I think I found something.
Like you don't have to roll because if you're looking for it, you're gonna find it.
Okay. Well, I guess with Asher together we can try moving that around or something.
Gonna make sure no one's like trying to spy on us through the windows or the door beforehand.
Yeah.
Sure thing. No, there looks like to be no one around.
Cool. I'm gonna kick something into the inner side of the door to jam it.
Yeah, there's enough tools around here to do that. Easy peasy.
Switch something in, and that'll help with that.
All right. Yeah, the two of you together, you're strong. You're able to break on in, and basically it's like wooden supports and stuff, but part of it's been carved and like been done really intricately to look like it can't actually open, and it actually clicks and slides over. It's an actual sliding door. There's an actual mechanism you're able to kind of force it. Actually, automatically like starts spinning, and counterweights pull it back and move it over and open.
Crafted buggers.
Yeah, there's actually some machinery that went into this.
Ooh.
Okay. Let me just... Alright, and we're back. So...
Secret.
The door slides open. It's big enough for probably people and a cart to go through.
Ah.
And this is a probably 10 by 15 room. Your lamps light it up pretty well. This has been carved into the rock bed. It's smooth on all 6 of its sides because cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, cubes. And it's a big room with an altar in the middle, made of like stone that's been carved and stuff, and like it's a stone platform, and on it is like a twisted bramble of barbed wire and stuff that's been welded to it, like forks and knives and coins. Steel toe boot ends, the handles of tools. It's all been welded in. It's all covered in rust and barbed wire.
Why?
In the corners of the room, like on all sides of the room, are nothing but coins. Like tarnished, rusted coins fill the entire place.
Fucking mammons or something?
Does this match anything I know about the occult or
Roll some knowledge?
Yeah, maybe give that a roll.
Magpies. It's like magpies or ravens.
Yeah, a lot of rat teeth in here. Rat teeth are the copper coin.
Oh. Wish I could reroll that with Benny.
I could, but I'm not going to.
I'm going to save my bennies for Orcus attacks.
Always be ready for Orcus.
Oh man, oh man. Well, this is different.
So it's a bunch of shiny things all in one room. Stashed
Oh,
away.
there's nothing shiny here. It's all tarnished.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, all the coins look like they're rusted or pitted or black.
So, is that what they found in mines? Is that what they were scurrying about?
I'm going to assume that I know something about it anyways, and I'm just going to say with a very confident air, Darkonian. I'd stake my life on it.
See,
Nice. Very good. Emma Betty.
are coins dated? Like for the year they're minted?
Probably. That sounds like a thing people who make coins would do. Yeah.
I would say so. I'm gonna look around at the coins and see if there's one that's recent.
They're going to sift through them?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, some of them are recent.
Recent to the point that they shouldn't be this tarnished.
Yeah.
Is this altar fastened to the floor?
No, it was dropped onto the floor because it's heavy.
Does it look like it might have fit in a cart?
Yeah.
Probably that.
Where are these merchants from? Like, is there a specific nationality?
No, they're from all over. There's some that are Borkin, some that are Falkovnian, some that are Darkanese.
Okay, so it's not some kind of state religion thing that they're brought here.
They didn't bring their gods with them in a box.
Well, this looks bad.
Why would they hide it?
Because it's evil. It's corrupt.
I mean, it mostly just looks rusty and ugly.
I mean, you could cut yourself on that probably.
Huh. It's like all barbed and... What did it say that guy cut himself on?
In the journal?
Yeah.
He's just in the mine. Like trying to pull out some, he found like a channel or a cut into the cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you know, the merchants years back have been trying to do something with the mines, and they're talking about.
Yeah, that was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Are there offerings or anything like that? Do the coins look like offerings?
They're in the room and they've been stacked. Like a lot of them are in stacks.
Hmm.
Or there's like chests that with them in them just spilling over.
Like, this doesn't seem like something they need to hide.
Like there's not interior lighting here. You guys are lighting this up by your lanterns, so it's just moving over, just piles and piles these old rusty pitted coins.
So they found themselves something that little over coins, therefore they want to mint more coins to give it to them. And so on and so on, so... Does that sound similar to you, so familiar to you guys? I don't know anything about any of this sort of things.
Nah.
No.
Wait, you're an alchemist, or whatever, right? Can you tell
You
what
learn,
busted these
man.
things?
Sure.
Like it was
I'll
acid?
pick up a coin and I'll examine it, and I'll see if I can suss that out.
It looks like the metal's tarnished, like from whatever tarnishes or oxidizes metal.
Okay. Looks like natural effects.
Yeah, but these are recent. Our coins don't tarnish like
I
that.
mean, you got a mine full of salt, which will aggravate the process, speeding it up. So, if, say, you have bodies in there, or, I know, treasure buried in the waters, that might really aggravate it and speed the process up. So maybe that?
Is there any other way out of this room?
No.
Where's this in? Okay. Well, I think we've seen what we've come to see here.
But there's no reason for this. There's got to be something in here that explains it.
It's merchants with an evil altar for money.
You keep using that word. I don't know if, I don't know if you know what that means. I mean, a serial killer's evil. Taxes are evil. A weird altar hidden in this kind of room is...
Should we...
First of all, taxes are our natural due to Lord Strahd
Yeah.
and should be embraced with good due diligence.
Don't skip on taxes. So, should we ask the militia to...
Arrest them for heresy. Have
Well,
them killed.
At least...
Give us Barabbas.
At least tell people not to go in until we bring more people to investigate, or...
For what, though? This is such a... If we go to the Burgermeister and show him and tell him we found an altar and a bunch of
We
bad
could
coins...
ask the
There's-
cult of the Morning Lord, hey, we like your expertise in heresy.
What is heresy in this place? Like, is it like...
The Cult of the Morning Lord, the Church of Ezra.
So, we're gonna bring them here as like, does this look like heresy? And they're like, sure. They look at themselves in a mirror and they're like, yes.
But I mean, you're right. This isn't big enough to go to anyone over. Like, this is odd and this is bad, and I have a feeling that this is tied to the demonic possession. but there's not enough here for us to go back to the Burgermeister with. He's not going to want to hear it, for one.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be enough for him to oppose the merchants over
But
it.
I know.
And likely by the time we get to the town and back, this is going to be gone.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said take the guards and post them right here.
And then we come back and they've all had their throats cut.
Yeah,
Well,
there's no more guards.
Then there'll be more action. Like, oh, I guess you've killed our guards, therefore justice will be served. Maybe.
Life is cheap where you come from, isn't it?
Right? What the fuck?
I come from a prison colony.
I've known these people all my life. I'm not going to leave them here to have their throats cut. Theoretically.
You should
Well-
make a notice roll, Jack.
Can we get him judging him?
6. So, success.
6. Okay. All right, now keep going. Keep talking.
So, well, if we ask the merchants about, hey, there's this secret thing in your whatever, do you think they'd stop us? Or will they like, oh yeah, that's our religion, guys, it's all fine, it's all good?
Yes, I think they would stab us and then throw us into an acid pit at the bottom of this mine for us to be found by ourselves again.
So I guess we should just leave
Close it
this
up.
be.
Find the town.
So I'm going to bring this up. He takes another swig from his flask. We've been in here an awfully long time bickering about this, and that storage room is a pretty tiny room that we've locked ourselves in. So we're going to go out, and they're going to know we found this.
Yeah.
So if we want to leave, we better damn well find evidence or something so we can make haste.
So,
Well, you want to take something out of here?
I want to find something that we can take out of here.
I mean, there's this thing right in the middle of the room. If that's something you want to take, I wouldn't touch it. Probably give you tetanus. It's a bad.
I'm going to go check that out. And make sure not to touch any... Wait, I have fucking gloves. Heavy blacksmith gloves from the storage room.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'm going to search through that for anything that might be stashed in the middle of this huge thing of barbed wire.
Now you start pulling and peeling at it. A lot of it looks like it's been welded together, like sealed to the metal with like other heated metal and stuff. So like you're basically like unrambling this big twine ball of nightmare. And as you get closer to like the base or the bottom, where there's like more material that's denser down there, there's like a sphere of like woven and braided and corded up. Think like those rubber band balls, but made of barbed wire and razor blades that have been all like meticulously welded together, so it moves kind of like snake scales almost. And in the center of it, almost unfolded like a flower bulb, is a single copper coin that's been tarnished and blackened, and it's kind of half embedded in there.
What does the coin look like? Can I tell from here, or do I have to pluck it out?
You can kind of see the heraldry on the one side that's visible. The heraldry has a... what does it look like? It has a... Oh! It's a right-angled triangle with a triangle on one end, or like on one side, a square on one side, and a pentagon on the other.
Is that some reference we should get?
If you're mathematical, and if you were to look at it just right, it would be a very symbol-y way to show you how to find the hypotenuse of a right-angled triangle.
Pythagoras.
Yeah, it's a way through like image form to show you how to get Pythagoras' theorem, because it'd be like, you know, the sides tell you how to figure it out.
Okay.
Can one of you grab me a really tarnished copper? Just from the pile.
They're all over. Like there's some on this altar right by you.
Actually, I'm going to pull out one of my silver coins, and I'm going to toss it next to the copper coin.
Like in the bramble.
Yeah.
It basically slides down one of the barbed wire areas and kind of just sinks into a crack, and there's a slow spread of like black tarnish going over it.
Oh, that's not how that works. Okay, I'm gonna take out that copper.
No, there's like pliers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is a tool shed.
I want to do this without disturbing the rest of it, or try to at least.
Yeah, you can pull it out.
And I'm gonna push another copper into it.
Yeah, another copper kind of sits there. Doesn't look right, but it's fine. It's there.
I'm gonna wobble around a bit and then push everything back in.
It looks fine.
So what's on the other side of the coin?
Oh yeah, now I got the full thing out.
The other side of a coin has. I'm trying to remember what it would look like. It's a completely black surface with looks like someone with like a nail carved a little simple icon of a skull on it.
Huh.
Pleasant.
Well, is this sort of cursed penny?
It's not good.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah, well, it's mine, so it's all good. I'll carry it. I'll carry the burden of this one single copper.
The one copper.
But
Here you go.
We know how you are with money.
Oh my.
Alright, so... we are in here alone, and you just keep throwing those barbs. No one would ever find your corpse.
Just crucify him on the idol
So is that
for
enough?
unlimited power.
Do you have what you want?
Yeah, I think this has got to have some significance, right? They wouldn't put that in there just to fuck with us.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
what would be a better decoy than a fake altar to...
They've got my ring like underneath this
Devin,
thing.
you don't even want us to play this game. This is unsolvable.
I swear if they toss my ring in
Onions.
here.
Okay. Let's go out.
Sure. As you guys are leaving, Jack,
Yup.
you hurt your leg.
Oh no.
Yeah, you. There must have been some rebar or something sticking out because you have a big suckering wound in your calf.
Fuck. Well, I take my med kit and start treating myself with iodine and other stuff or whatever I have.
No, sure. It's like a
Yeah.
puncture wound.
Okay.
How'd you manage that?
It hurts like hell.
I mean, have you looked at this place?
It's pretty bad. Alright, yeah, let's leave this place.
Very good.
We'll inspect the mine proper now.
Yeah. I think I was like gonna say like, oh yeah, I want to go into there and I wasn't specifically saying anything. But
Oh,
sure.
you're gonna play it safe, Peter, and
Yeah.
put the other players put themselves in danger, and you didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you fucked up by not doing that.
Oh no.
You should have played it safe.
I did.
You should have been playing to win.
Oh no.
It's a zero-sum game, Peter.
So yeah, let's put everything back where we found it.
You guys take any of the pennies?
No.
Except for the
What, the
one that
tarnished ones?
Yeah, the big pile of money.
No, we're not here to loot.
Hey, wait, can you jam up this machinery so the door's kind of jammed? Not in a way that would look like we fucked with it, but
So
like,
it's closed.
so that they can't get in here and find out what we did right away.
So close the
I can
door
try
and then
that.
jump it.
Yeah, I'll try and...
Yeah, you can work that out easily.
Okay.
You're a mechanic, man. You can work that out. You got the skill set. You have tools.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
You
do.
have your tools.
Leave it permanently the closed setting.
Huh. You can easily set up one of the gears to fail or strip after it closes.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Do that.
Like just weaken it enough with like there's like files and stuff here, or like a little like bandsaw blade. You can just fuck up one of the teeth on the gears. So when it goes, it strips.
That way it doesn't look like we managed to get in.
Yeah, mark that down on your character sheet, Kevin. One bad penny. Cool.
Well, it has updated online anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is this the one you always have in your mouth, Devin?
No, that's another. I have a pencil that I use as a cigarette when I'm playing a certain character. There's a whole thing about it. It's not important.
Maybe one day.
We're free.
You guys leave. Sun has set. Afternoon turned to late evening when you were in there.
So, I'm not too keen on sleeping here with our throats exposed.
No.
Should we go into the mine and camp there, or go back to Krezk?
I don't want to go to Krezk in the dark. Wolves.
Hear
Yeah.
them howl.
What about that cave, that really hard to find tunnel that we know about that nobody else does? The serial killer tunnel.
Those that lead from the middle of the mine out towards Krezk.
Yeah.
So we'd have to be in the Krezk to get into it from the other side.
But we can't get into it from this side.
You have to be in the mine, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're right next to the mine.
You guys want to go into the mine?
We go in, find that cave, and camp out in there.
It should be defensible in theory.
See, I could play my peace card to find some friend that could ferry us over for the night, guys, maybe.
Oh man, do it.
Woodland creatures swarm forth. We get to the squirrels that lead us to safety.
Raven check.
Yeah, so I guess I want to play my peace card to, I don't know, find some good way in the situation to survive the night and, I don't know, maybe improve the relationship with the traders here.
Oh, with the traders, you don't want something to keep you safe in the caves?
Just a nice vampire. A common mind Dracula.
Well, this is your average forest Dracula,
I
Kevin.
mean, this is about improving attitudes with the group, so
Sure.
yeah. So in general, in this place, I like to improve the attitude by finding some friend or someone.
We move the trading group one step from outrageously hostile to just plain murderous.
No, it's good. It's good. I got something for you. It's fine. It's fine.
Perfect.
All right, you guys go into the mine.
Okay.
All right, based on the description you got from the nerd, Gerard, you're able to start navigating into the mine works to find where you want to go. As you're going through, there are merchants in here, and there are like obviously people they've hired to kind of like prospect the place and like pick at veins and stuff. And like when you guys are walking through, they kind of all stop to look at you guys as you pass on through.
Yep.
Okay.
There's just one guy who's just sharpening like the kind of flat part of the back of the pickaxe, you know, the part for like actually pulling the rock free once you've cracked it. He's just looking you guys dead in the eye with the whetstone. Just sharpening the blade.
Well, I guess I'll be
Keep your metal clean.
clutching my doctor bag, showing up lab. Yep, I'm here to help you guys.
Ooh-wee.
I'm the white mage here. Okay.
And you guys go further. Eventually, you find the side crevice, and yeah, there's like an old exhaust tunnel that led into a different that like opened up after a quake. And eventually, you find this kind of cul-de-sac in the mine. It's like 2 hours, worth of spelunking, which you're all very used to now.
Yes.
And yeah, it's like this kind of homey little burrow that has signs that someone lived here. There's like a table and chair down here, and like a bag and like a fire pit.
Recently lived here, or
No,
Years
not
ago.
recently, like half a decade ago.
oh
Settle
no?
down.
Is it safe enough to start a fire in here?
Yeah, there's ventilation.
Oh, perfect. Start a fire.
Yeah, you start a fire, and there's basically two sides to this cave that you guys will have to stand watch on. And maybe an hour into you starting your fire, maybe getting ready to cook. In that hour, do you have glasses?
No.
Good to know. Do you have like a pocket watch?
I'm sure I have a pocket watch.
Okay, you drop it and crack the glass.
Darn.
Bad luck, Penny.
Asher, you spill your drink
That's not unusual.
on your pants.
Oh. Asher has his cloak in his lap for the rest of the night.
Yeah, and Jack, you misplaced some of your tools.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! You hear chittering in the night.
Rats.
Yeah, like when you guys are like trading shifts or whatever, and wake up, kind of like when you're waking the other guy up to like trade off. You see at one end of the tunnel moving down towards you. It looks like a big fat like black cat, but it's like really
Elongated.
big. Not elongated. It's just like kind of big and plumped up. Like its legs are stubby, and it's just kind of moving towards you at an awkward angle. Like its front and back leg are kind of like swimming.
Is it black cat?
It's a black cat, yeah.
Look at that cute little fucker.
It's about big.
Oh, I guess something from the cat's cradle. Maybe it's using the other entrance as well.
Huh, maybe. There's probably plenty of bats and rats down here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tear off a bit of meat from the jerky I've got and just throw it in its direction.
It like moves over, like its face is rubbing against the ground and starts eating the food. It's making squeaking sounds.
It's so fucking fat.
We'll have to bring the cat's cradle maybe and give him a diet.
Or we could just leave it alone.
Or we could do that.
Just let it be. Stay away from it.
I mean, this thing's not gonna get to Krezk on its own. Look how big it is. A wolf would eat it. Come here.
It's like kind of rolling itself over to where Jack is.
I think it likes you.
Yeah, it's making squeaky noises with its mouth.
I guess I feel it as well.
It's just gonna hang out with you guys all night.
Well,
Buddy.
if that'll pass the time.
Demon cat.
Black cats, bad pennies, bad luck. Yeah.
What's so wrong with a black cat? Look at them. It's so friendly.
Okay, anything else happens?
No, you played your card. You got someone who's protecting you from all the bad guys.
Oh.
Yay.
Okay.
Cat mascot.
It's a werecat. Just a really obese one.
Got stuck halfway.
It's moving like it has palsy, basically.
That's really sad.
Like sometimes it'll move sideways.
Oh, you stupid cat.
And I guess we're not seeing it fully in the light.
No, you're not.
That's fine. If it's friendly enough, Ratcher's just gonna sleep when it's his turn. And
Okay.
good kitty.
All right, you guys are gonna wake up in the morning. It's gonna have been watching you the entire night, and it'll start to like shuffle away in the opposite corridor.
Okay.
Huh.
That was weird.
Goodbye. You hear echo down the hallway.
That was weird. Well,
Moving on.
moving on.
Gonna leave more jerky for it.
I'm gonna say a couple traditional Barovian prayers and try and forget that.
To the devil.
I mean, there's always tales of, things that aid travelers in the disguise of, that, Fae and whatever.
Oh no, not the Fae again.
And you always leave something, out for them. Or
Here,
else.
here, kitty, have a penny.
Well, that's my penny.
My bad. All right. So.
Drain the swamp.
Drain the swamp. Jesus Christ. Absolutely barbaric.
I mean, it has to be done.
Heading to the acid pit.
All right, so you slept an entire day in there, and you're going into the acid pit.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to do this while we've got the coin with us?
You mean this coin that I picked up out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we?
Because of the things that are happening around us?
Being a spooky cave.
Stuff breaking, dropping.
You know, if you slip and fall into the acid pit, then the circle will complete itself.
Wasn't I murdered through something else other than acid?
I mean, wasn't it? Didn't it look like that thing slipped and fell into there and drowned?
I'm just thinking,
Was
if
it drowned
if things are
corpse?
tarnishing and breaking, and we're planning on using machinery to drain the swamp, to drain the acid pit.
Fucking people.
It's
I don't
safe
know.
now.
Just wondering if maybe we should put it somewhere for
Safe.
safekeeping first.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this coin on the ground then.
Then you'll lose it.
This, evidence that we found of something.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
Are you being facetious? I have difficulty reading the emotions of elves.
So you should get half of it at
Let's see,
least.
riled up and deadly blow.
Oh my god, oh my god, end the season, kill
I mean,
everyone.
Too bad we gave up that card last time about PvP. Well, it was 2 sessions ago.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, let's bring it, I guess, and let's just
Sure.
grind through it. Just be very careful, guys. Okay, we go.
You go where?
To the swamp. To the
Acid pit. You take that same familiar path from earlier on in, from I guess episode 1 actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're all the way full circle. And you head down, you follow the route you followed before, and you are back at that pit of like heavy salinated water.
Brine.
Brine, that's the word I was looking for. Still has a smell, everything looks the same here. Looks like they've been like digging more of this place out.
Yeah. Any body parts bobbing in the water?
Nope.
Perfect.
There's like a film that's like lying on the top of the water now.
Okay.
I use my shovel and kind of prod at that to see.
It's kind of like milk skin when you like boil milk too much,
Oh.
but it has a very like muddy color, like a dirt color.
So it looks like a swamp.
So it's probably easy enough to dig a channel and just kind of drain this all out.
The stone here is like hardened like stone, so you're gonna have to use pickaxes and shit.
Okay. Probably easy enough to find those around.
Oh yeah.
Probably would have come prepared. Can your little axe man do some?
Yeah, I'm not really into physical labor myself,
No.
but I do build robots who can do
So
that.
can you
for
turn
me.
an axe man into a pickaxe man?
Yeah, he can use whatever tool I give him.
Perfect.
All right, so you and the automated man, and Jack.
Strength D6, maybe.
Yes.
A little
Yes.
bit. Okay.
Yes. Conscript.
Asher makes crazy faces at you until you get off your ass.
I didn't get conscripted. I volunteered.
I'm sure you did. So where are you cutting this channel to?
Well, there's a lot of digging around here. They've probably got like pits and whatnot, or
You're gonna try and go downhill away from here.
yeah, into somewhere that isn't like another
Occupied.
area of the mine, so people don't drown or die.
If only we had some long tube, just toss it over some wall.
If only.
Right. All right. You guys are gonna spend some hours cutting this channel. It's gonna be loud.
Well, it's a mine,
Yeah.
so it's going to be loud.
And we're way down here, so
Yeah. All right. You guys hack and cut and saw your way through, and eventually you cut a channel that like the stuff will start to pour down from gravity. And it does, slowly like molasses, until probably 3/4 of it are drained away. And yeah, the interior of the stone is soft and covered in that same muddy residue. It looks like it's like wax that's been softened up, or butter that's been softened up. It's very yielding.
It's very slippery.
Yeah, there's like a fair amount of rock slime on it. And this place is covered in coins.
what the hell?
Tarnished coins?
Yeah.
Well, have someone been tossing in pennies for good luck here, or is this connected?
Some kind of really shitty wealth cult where they toss all their money into here to get it tarnished,
I mean,
purify themselves of money.
it's safe place as any to store your extra coins.
They're all
I guess?
copper coins.
Copper. That would be awful then.
Do they have the same engravings?
They look like they're like Barovian and Darkanese coins, like just from all around the core.
But they are tarnished.
Yeah.
If I push a pick into like the mud and stone, how deep down does it go?
Probably like 10 inches. When you peel the slime away, there's channels cut into it.
Oh.
Looks like there's like a little, like channel holes that have been cut in that lead down.
Man-made channels.
Yeah, like plumbing almost.
Deep down.
What the hell?
For this, so what? These are supposed to be flowing out of here somewhere else?
Yeah, or down. It looks like they're cut to flow down.
But they're sealed off right now, and that's why it's...
They're full of like liquid at this moment.
So maybe we just poke some holes, poke it through to push it down?
You got a long stick around here. You could probably do that.
Yeah, why not?
All right. After a while, you get some resistance. Then after a while, it kind of yields like it's almost elastic, and then there's a shift, and the water starts draining through that hole,
Okay.
and it's gone.
What's at the bottom of this thing?
More coins and a child skeleton.
What the hell?
Any bones broken?
No, it looks like it's been laid at the bottom with its arms over its chest, and its hands have been flipped upward towards the ceiling, and its fingers in like a configuration, basically.
Like a very purposeful
Yeah, it
configuration.
looks ritualistic.
We don't mummify our dead around here or anything
No.
like that, so
No.
or preserve them in a specific way like that. So, trying to think back, were there any children that went missing like 6 years ago?
I mean,
The
they
none
go
that
mi-
you didn't find the bodies of.
They go missing all the time, wander into the woods and never get found.
Usually, you find like bones or something from that, though, like child corpses.
It's not Australia.
I mean, wolves, man, they tend to eat everything.
Even the bones.
So,
Pigs.
I don't know. Can you tell how old this is?
Well, I give it a medical examination, I guess, so they can find anything.
8 to 12?
So before the killings.
Yeah. The teeth are made of obsidian.
That's fancy.
That's not normal.
Have we seen anyone ever with obsidian teeth around here?
No.
That would be insane.
Yeah, that'd be
Do we know of any
tasy crazy.
folk tales or legends?
Making a cult roll.
Ooh,
I
botch.
can't even spend a penny to reroll that.
But
That's snake eyes.
so whatever you want to believe.
I believe that in Australia.
Yeah, if what I know is correct, I believe that this is a small elf child. Elves are known for having obsidian teeth until they eventually fall out and are replaced by their adult teeth.
Asher just kind of turns his head very slowly and stares for a very long time.
That's
I'm
interesting.
imagining.
How they grow, and instead of examining gums more and whatever, just see.
It's all skeleton. No soft tissue.
Okay, no, but they grow out of it, or they actually are just jammed in there.
They're not jammed in. It looks like they're a part of the skeleton.
Okay. Are they normal person teeth, or are they more sharp or something?
Sharper.
Sharper. Okay. Looks more like a sharp child than something, but again, doesn't have the secondary sets of teeth, so.
You can actually tell if you look at the skeleton if the secondary teeth are there. Those are not there.
Yeah. I mean, they seem to have grown, so. I mean.
Is this the only body in here?
Yep. Not yours.
Good.
Is that good?
That means I imagined it.
Good.
That means I didn't die down here.
That never existed.
That never existed. That's right.
I'm gonna plop out the skull.
It's connected to the skeleton.
The
Decent
sever.
There's threads running down the spinal column to the base of the skull made of that same black obsidian material. It's not giving.
You think there's a disease that does that? Like an infection replaces your bones?
When you pick up the skull, the whole skeleton comes up with you, and it's it's not loose, and it's actually fairly taut.
Okay.
Someone reinforce the whole thing? Why don't we wrap it in a tarp and take it with us? They're not going to stop us from taking a corpse out of here when we're investigating murders.
Yeah.
Sure.
We wrap it.
Is there a sign of what killed this small child?
No.
Nothing on the
No evidence of
skeleton.
it.
And that's the only thing in here except for
Coins.
coins.
Coins and slime and holes. Wasn't there something on the ceiling here connected to the old murders? Something draining down into here? Or is this the place draining from? Because remember, there was something about that.
The body, when they went to dig it up, led into this cave, basically, and they expanded and turned into a whole thing.
Okay.
Wait a fucking minute. The killer's body isn't in here.
Presumably the merchants might have moved it.
Yeah, but that means they would have dug it up. Unless they could drain the channels manually. Why the fuck would they take the body?
Because you don't want to have a body in there?
Well, they missed one. So why would they take that one and not this one?
So good questions.
Weird.
Poke around at the bed a bit more with a stick, just in random places.
There's more of those channels.
More of those channels.
And yeah, if you force them, they'll pop too.
I guess.
And like liquid that's a reservoir nearby will drain into it.
And what was the relation between the skeleton and the channel? Found it.
This child skeleton was in the exact middle of this pit, surrounded by coins.
Can you see where the channels lead to?
Down.
Look down.
You get your face real close, put your eye real close to it.
Just take a penny, drop it in, see how long it goes for.
Not long, maybe, I don't know, it drops for a few seconds before you hear it hit something and then splash.
Isn't this like the most bottom part of the mine, as far as we know?
As far as you know.
Well,
Are there any paths we missed that would lead further down?
I mean,
Well, I mean, we missed the hidden tunnel before.
yeah.
Maybe there's a way down in here. Like a central tube or something.
I mean, how dense are those channels? Like, there's just tubes out all around there, or just a couple?
Yeah, a couple inches in a couple inch radius, and they're all around this pit,
Okay.
like inside of it.
So thinking like, if we connected the holes up and the whole thing went through, maybe it was...
You want to start smashing up the bottom of the pit with fucking sledgehammers till it gives and you fall through the ceiling below?
Yeah, what if there's like a lake of this stuff down there?
I mean,
You
that...
guys have recently been spelunking where some caverns will be, you know, smaller than this room or bigger than the ocean.
Yeah, underwater lakes. We don't want to fall into one of those, especially if it's full of acid.
I mean, that's why you...
I'm thinking like Gandalf in the Balrog, just
Yes.
never getting out.
I mean, they had to take the stairs up to the top of the mount. That probably took forever. And Gandalf dragging fucking Balrog by...
That did happen, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah?
I mean, if they built pipes into this, then that must mean that they built it from somewhere. Like, below this, there's got to be more.
Or they just drilled from here down until they reached like some hole to drain something else into.
Seems too perfect for that.
So you think we should look around for another path down?
See if we can get into what's under here. There might be more.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. They must have a path if they did it.
Alright. I guess we'll look around for another path.
Alright, notice.
Notice me! Nope. Nothing.
I got one. Yeah. Success.
Haha. Alright, now that you have more time down here and you've expanded it, Phineas, you notice that when you have to go around the rim of the acid pit, because they've done expansive work down here, the exact opposite of where you come in from, like the straight across from it, there's a larger kind of rectangular end. And when you go around, you notice that it actually kind of snakes inward, but the lighting doesn't really catch it, and you can head downstairs.
Guys, come check this out.
Oh, okay.
Looks pretty obvious now. Okay. Let's go.
It's set up in such a way that if you were to look at it dead on, like in the movie Labyrinth or the movie Book of Life, you wouldn't actually notice that it was part of a passageway.
Yep.
Alright, down you go. Yay. It's like 2-3 sets of steps worth of steps. And you're in a larger cavern directly below the lake. The floor and ceiling are currently soaked with that liquid that's sprayed out. And we're going to change the scene a bit.
Oh no.
We sprayed onto a whole bunch of people who were just down here.
And that's where the enemy comes in.
You're in a room. It's probably as big as a community center. Like just a big auditorium-like cavern. The ceiling is covered in brass and steel and pig iron and what looks like kind of rubber gaskets and valves in almost like a funnel that's been made of like composite materials, and like it has holes in it that's spraying water down everywhere. There are patterns on the floor that have been smoothed out, like it's like a smooth marbled floor that have like actual like square plates of marble put into here, like a checkered pattern, and they all have symbols carved into them. There is a larger channeling system that they make up, like they all combine together to make a huge circle around the center of the room. Center of the room, there is a large altar made of metal, and on top of it is a vaguely humanoid shape made of like piping and steel and gears and glass tubing that has like a furnace in its stomach and is basically holding scales that are covered in those coins. And there's that liquid just spraying down everything in here.
Well, I don't know what this is, but I am into it.
You would be, because it's so robotic.
There are bodies in here. Merchants, a lot of them, like 6 or 7. And they've all been killed. They've been stabbed, they've had their limbs broken, they've had, some of them's been decapitated, another one's impaled on the wall, and one has an axe in its back. And the handle of the axe is connected to a hand, and the hand is connected to a body that has its foot on the merchant's back and is pulling the axe out. It's a corpse. It's like ligaments are showing. It's not wearing any clothes. Its head's all to the side. It looks pallid, and it's looking at you guys.
Nope.
There's like acid melting some of it.
Totally unrecognizable, I guess.
Yeah, you can't tell who that was anymore, for various reasons.
Exit?
No. I think this is what we came here for.
Can you speak?
It levels the axe at you. Unclean. Unclean.
I step slightly away from the penny.
Who's the biggest villain here?
You guys are looking at those corpses. They're merchants you've seen before, just around.
Yeah.
They look different now that you're looking at them. Like you can see some of their faces, like and like skin and stuff. And there's stuff wriggling inside their bodies. Like there's stuff moving around on the inside, shifting around.
Oh no, mobs.
We're gonna have to burn these bodies.
I think we got bigger problems right now. Shit, no.
Where's some tactical positions around here?
There are pillars, there are benches, there are pews you can take cover behind. There's the thing at the center.
I mean, it might not be hostile. I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out.
Are you?
Go on.
Are you insane?
Approach it. Ask if it's friendly. I'll deal us in.
I'll be listening. Jimmy Carter is passed out on the couch.
Alright, Asher's going to level that crossbow of his.
Sure thing. Ooh, gang.
Ooh.
Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Spades. Spades are first. The reverse alphabetical order, because
you
that makes
go.
a reason. Okay.
Well.
Well. Let's open up the combat sheet, maybe.
Yes, that's so.
Alright, I'm going to pause as you guys confront the serial killer.
Again.
Alright. You versus the serial killer.
Oh,
He is a wild talent, and he got dealt an Ace of Hearts.
Wild talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wild card, I mean. Whatever the fucking word is in this system. We should try wild talents one time. Put it on the list. Fucking
Yeah.
20 game list.
Okay, well, I guess I open up with my, magical weapon.
Your magic gun.
Magic gun. That's
Gun.
8. So it's a race. So let's do damage. 2d plus 2. So that's 5, 7, 12, 14. Those marksmen. Plus the d6.
Shit
14,
guns.
17.
Alright, what is... You rolled 17, so that means
Yeah.
you get an extra d6 to hit, right?
No, that's the 17 damage.
Oh. Now what do I do?
Toughness 8, so that leaves 9. So that means success and a raise. So he rolls for being shaken.
I'm going
no.
to make him make a vigor roll
Soak. Yeah.
to soak. Yeah, I
Also
need
very
d12.
good.
Right there.
Yeah.
And wild talents are d6.
Yeah.
I got a 9, so that's a
Success
4 and a
and a
raise.
raise.
So
So
no
nothing.
wounds, no shaking. Get fucked, Peter.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Pew pew.
Pew 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 pew. It is the serial killer. So the first thing Jack does is open fire at the melty, acidy murder corpse and shoot it in its midsection, center mass, all in the 10 zone.
I scream out, no, I was trying to negotiate.
Don't worry. Well, yeah.
Anyway, its head kind of lulls back and it starts making a screaming sound as its legs just throw themselves in front of it, and it ragdoll charges at you with its arms being held back, dragging the axe behind it, and it just runs straight up to Jack, and it kind of swings its entire body forward with the axe behind it, coming down at you.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Oh god!
Parry with my gun.
It moves supernaturally fast. It's a ghost possessing a corpse. I wonder whose corpse it's possessing.
There's just so many corpses we've locked down there.
Sure.
I
Okay.
chopped that thing into pieces.
So
That doesn't mean anything
stitch
right now.
Together.
Held together by its own force of will, which is what's happening. It's being held together by its own force of will.
Obsidian threads.
Okay, ooh-wee. So I roll strength and fighting, or just fighting?
Fighting.
I can't remember this system. It's been 8 sessions.
My parry's 5. This.
Yeah. Oh, nothing. Whoop. Wah. Wah.
Huzzah.
Ooh-wee. All right. Who gets better than an ace? Who gets less than an ace?
I got a 10.
Phineas, you go next.
Okay. I'm going to try something new because I like to switch things up and experiment a bit. I'm going to power up my telekinetic glove, and I'm going to whirl the big rail driving hammer that I picked up and sort of levitate that in the air and spin it towards him and attempt to attack him with that.
Nice. All right. Do whatever
Do your
we'll
magic,
say
man.
you have to do.
I make an artifice roll to attack.
Cool.
Success.
Yep.
Nope, because I'm not going against 4, I'm going against its parry, which is...
Seven.
Wait, isn't that throw though?
No, I think he's like attacking.
It's basically like I'm making a fighting roll.
but he's not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it's Paris 7.
Yeah, so I
no.
don't get it.
That's fair.
Until the reroll.
Nah.
You know,
Benny.
Oh wait, he's in attacking.
I need to
range
beat 7.
Yeah.
I will spend a penny to reroll that.
Nope.
And I don't get what I need.
now. All right. So I don't have the book in front of me, so bear with me here.
Bear dance.
So I'm gonna roll fighting and attack with my axe, obviously.
Obviously. It's using an axe too.
Good for it. And that's a hit. No raise though. So that's strength plus d6. Oh yeah, and because I have
Special power.
two-fisted, I can also swing with my fist after.
Oh shit, I forgot it gets 2 attacks, but next turn I'll do it.
Oh no.
Just like Asher, it can make 2 attacks.
What did you remind him?
Plus d6. So that's 4.
parry 7.
Okay, so don't hit.
So only your first one does damage?
What?
The first hit?
No, the first hit doesn't do damage.
No, I
that
think
was
you're
my first attack.
I think you're saying that was your damage? 4?
Yeah, that's what I rolled.
Ah.
It's below, yeah.
Okay.
Below his toughness.
So yeah, I'm rolling.
Second attack.
Yeah.
Parry. Blows parry.
So swing with a fist next. Hit.
There we go.
His parry is 7. You do it. You have +2?
What?
His parry is 7 for melee attacks. You don't roll over 4.
Oh, I have to roll an 8.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I don't hit with either.
Okay.
Okay.
New cards. New cards. King of clubs.
Queen. 10 and 5. Oh no.
Oh no! He's gonna start keep swinging at you, Jack.
How does disengaging in this combat work?
You better look that up, Peter. You better look that up before your turn comes up.
Oh no.
You better watch yourself before you Shrek yourself. What's your parry?
5.
Oh, that's a hit. Oh, and it explodes.
Oh no.
So 8. So 5 and an 8
No.
isn't a thing. So he hits you. Oh
Roll
my
damage.
god.
Toughness 5.
There you are.
So that's 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 over my toughness 5, which means he gets 7 over, which is
Shaken and a wound.
just
What's your
shaking.
agility?
No,
My agility
because
is
just getting you is a wound.
Oh yeah, oh
8,
yeah.
D8.
Okay.
So that axe swings down and hits you in the chest.
Can I parry, or is that my
You
enemy?
did parry.
No, can I soak?
Yes, you can save to soak. He is going to take a second swing at the person trying to attack him, Asher.
Cool.
D10 and D6. What is your parry? Oh,
My parry is 6.
No. It's nothing. Haha.
he got 11. So he hit you. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Oh, and he got an extra bit of damage. Oh, damage explodes. 30. What is your toughness?
9.
So he got 21 over, which would be 3 wounds and stunned. You will need to make a vigor check.
Okay.
21 over that's...
It caps out at 3 wounds.
Ah, okay. That's
I
convenient.
got a 1.
Did you roll the
You
one
roll
die?
your hero d6.
That's a 5.
So, a
Ooh.
success.
Okay, so a success.
So, 2 wounds. And
Yeah,
second.
it's only 2 wounds and shaken then.
I'll spend a Benny to soak, I guess? Or is that
Which is
what
what
I
you
just
did. That's what you did. You just spent a penny to soak.
Okay.
So you have to spend a penny.
Yep.
2 wounds and shaken.
I guess I'll activate Riled Up then.
That's a good idea.
What was it?
I mean, if I could hit him, then it would be, but it just gives me +2 to damage whenever I hit for the remainder of the scene.
Sure.
Okay.
So yeah, the serial killer, faster than you think he should be able to, is just nailing you guys in the chest with that axe. He's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
kill you guys.
I have to roll on the wound table as well.
The wound table. The wound table. Let me. We're back. So Asher took another injury to his injury box.
How'd you roll an 11? Like, what's your
The
big
die explode.
I rolled a 6 on the 6 and rolled a 5 then a 6 and yeah. Okay.
All right. So who has under king?
Queen.
Queen.
What are you doing, Magic Man?
I'm going to do 2 actions, taking -2 to each. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and trick him. I'm going to make an opposed smarts roll.
Ooh.
Sure, his smarts is garbage.
Gonna be 6.
Yeah.
Another one die. 4 explodes.
Oh, right.
He beats me.
Yeah, he got a 6. Unless
So
you want
my-
to spend a penny.
I will spend a penny. I think it's worth it.
He has a 6. Beat 6.
Aha.
Hey, you did by
Explodes.
default.
So 8.
Perfect. All right, what are you trying to do here?
So I trick him, which means we make the opposed roll, which we did. He loses, so he's -2 parry until his next action.
Nice.
So that should open it up a bit, hopefully, for
Yeah,
everyone to be
drops
able
his
to
parry
hit him.
right down.
And then I am going to make my attack with my hammer. And instead of rolling for it, I'm going to play my ace card. And instead of rolling to make a trait test, I'm going to make it with a single automatic raise.
Which gives you a d6 extra damage.
Yes.
Cool.
For a total of 9 damage.
Over his toughness of 8, so you have shaken
Toughness
him.
of 8. I'm going to spend a... Can I spend a Benny to reroll? I don't
Yeah,
think I
it's
can
a-
unless I take a trait.
Isn't that something in Ravenloft that you can't?
Just do that.
Okay.
You can't
I
reroll once, I
will
don't
just do it.
I don't know the rules for these cards. Does that let me use it on other people?
The damage roll doubled.
You have to trade him, and he has cards, so you actually could trade him.
Yeah.
So you can trade whenever you want.
Okay.
Whenever you want.
This die explodes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's melee damage.
6.
This is melee damage.
This is melee damage.
19.
19 damage.
All right. 19. What's his toughness?
8.
So
But if you double that, then that would.
So we'll swap cards,
And
and I'll play Deadly Blow to double the total.
you have to
Make
throw a
it-
Benny at it to do it past the first
I will
one.
use my last Benny to double the damage,
Okay.
which makes it
so
38.
19 times
3 wounds and a
2.
shaken.
3 wounds and a shaken.
minus 8. Yeah, that's 30 over. So yeah, I guess you'll have to try soaking all of that.
And you should be in range where you can hit him now, because you only have to do a 5 instead of a 7.
Vigor 11, so he got he got 4, 8, so 2 wounds down. So he has a wound and he's still shaking.
Okay. Wound and check.
Oh, and I fucking soaked.
Yeah.
Duh.
Okay.
Duh.
Draw.
So, yeah, with your telekinetic gauntlet, you hurl a hammer at it, and I guess you psych him out and smash him up good with it. Like his skull's cracked in, the spine snaps.
Okay. You I guess?
All right. So, what do my wounds cause for penalties?
-1 to your die rolls.
Per wound or total?
Per wound.
So -2.
It also has -1 right now, so its parry is 4.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'm gonna swing with my axe then. Got an 8,
Explode.
so it explodes.
It explodes.
I mean, you already got a raise.
And
14.
a 6.
So you get an extra d6 to your damage.
Okay.
But your strength is 1 die lower.
Yep.
This isn't that bad. That means it has a higher chance of exploding.
D6 plus another
It's
D6.
easy to explode, just lower damage overall.
Fuck, I'll just roll one of these twice.
2 dice are always better than 1 die.
No.
4,
That's mad.
4, a 2, and a 5.
4, 2, 5,
11.
so 11, and
So-
its toughness is, what, 8?
8. So it just gets a wound unless you want to soak it.
Oh, it's definitely going to spend a penny to soak. That's its only function in this game, is to spend a penny to soak. I say its toughness was bigger, d12, there we are.
Success.
So it soaked it, but it also, you're burning pennies off of it.
Asher's gonna follow up with a swing with his left hook.
There we go.
Punch it, punch it.
5 and a 4.
Yes, you hit it.
So that's just my strength.
And your weapon damage.
I'm punching him.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Two-handed weaponry. So
Gotcha. Gotcha.
A 5.
So nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
He's too tough.
Okay.
You're burning through him, though. He has 2 wounds right now, just like you.
Okay. So how do you disengage from melee range?
I thought you were going to look that up.
I couldn't find it.
Oh, no. All right, let's pause. All right, listeners. So non-shaken foes get free attacks if you try to disengage from a fight, which he's shaken, so no.
So I move away, go behind some pillar, and snipe him.
Do it.
I'll spend a penny to reroll.
Should probably do that. You should also make a spirit save to get out of shaken.
Okay, so that's 5, 6, 7. So yeah, just a hit. That means
Success.
2d plus 2.
You're unshaken.
2, 3, 5. I guess I'll reroll this.
There you go.
5, 8,
Oh, 8.
13, 19, 21.
Alright,
So,
it's going to try and soak. So how much did you get? 21?
Yeah, I got 21, so that's
3
13
wounds?
over, yeah, plus 3 wounds.
So it only soaks
2.
2, so it dies.
No, it gets 2 wounds then.
Yeah, because I already had 3 wounds.
No, it had 1 wound. But yeah, I guess it was also shaken, that's why okay.
It dies.
Okay.
You didn't get to unshake it before its turn came up.
Okay.
So with this swirling melee happening around you guys, Jack moves back, levels at its head, and blows its brains out. The corpse slumps to the floor.
Fuck.
In another world, I could have called you friend.
I'm gonna bury my axe right in his skull.
Oh, we're not done here.
Oh, goody.
So the corpse slumps to the floor, and standing there in a ghostly visage of like sickly purple and kind of green light is the serial killer. Like, has he looked in life when you killed him? Remember when you guys burned him alive in a house?
Mm-hmm.
I guess he remembers us.
So yeah, his ghost is standing there looking at you guys with like the grudge face on because he died and he's a specter, the unquiet dead. Unclean. Unclean, he says. And like when he opens his mouth, you can tell his tongue was cut out, but he's still able to talk because he's a ghost.
Did we cut out his tongue? Was that a thing we did?
Someone did it.
So crazy. And like he's pointing at you guys accusatorily and sinks down into the floor.
Oh no. Should we leave?
Whose corpse is this? Is this his?
No. But it falls apart like into like limbs and stuff.
Like little chopped up bits.
Yeah, like it was like chopped up. It just falls apart. like a fucking ground cubed beef pile.
Well, we found the body of the serial killer. That's mystery solved.
Yeah.
I need you to look at this really quickly.
Yeah, I try to. Do I have enough time to do first aid?
The ghost is gonna attack you. It's gonna go and possess a body to kill you later.
Very sweet.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Out of character, you guys are safe. In character, at any moment, you'll die.
Oh no. Success. So I guess I patch you up and you're on your way to recovery.
In character, I'll die of sepsis if I don't get this cleaned up.
Right?
So, did the merchants just never bring up the fact that they were being killed off? Did they sacrifice each other?
I mean, the killings were recent, right? So
Yeah.
maybe the infrastructure was here before and the killing just happened recently.
Yeah, but no one ever brought it up. Like, this is a lot of bodies for,
Well, how long have these bodies been dead?
Oh, that one just died.
Dr. Man,
Yeah, Dr. Man.
like 15 minutes?
They've just died. Look, see, the blood is still gushing out of them. Well, running, trickling.
Is that axe still here?
It's right there.
I want to check that out.
It's a, like, wood chopper's axe.
Like the one I have?
Yeah, a little.
Well, I'm going to take that.
I'm going to start looking at this altar.
This machine thing.
Yeah.
Mr. Machine Man. Do it.
Maybe?
I want to go look at the altar. Just see if I can puzzle out if it's
It
functional. What it
is some sort of occult pagan altar to something. It's covered in tools and anointed oils and stuff, and there's like vials of things around here. Looks like there's compartments built into the idol itself and into the altar.
By the Great Maker. Yeah.
What kind of compartments?
Like holder compartments. Like if you gonna play around with them.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look. Tinker around.
The like pedestal it's on kind of like opens like on a hinge, like almost like a pew, and inside is a Bible.
A Bible?
like it's a holy text written in a language you don't understand. It's written in a language you understand, Jack.
It's a Bible.
No, it's a book written in English, bound in leather, called New Mode of Power by John Murray Spears.
Power by what? By who?
John Murray Spears.
John Murray Spears. Okay. Does that ring a bell?
Something about Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, I start sifting through it.
But it's apparently a spiritual compendium from the Association of Electrolyzers.
Okay.
Welcome to American history.
Okay, well, I start studying. Well, that does look like something from my world. Flip.
Your world.
And did it look like they were laying...
You're so fucking vain about your country, you piece of shit.
The
It's from
only
my world, from the old world. Yeah, that gold stuff, that's nothing from my place, but this book is. And yeah, I don't think that's related. Maybe someone mistook it. I'm looking at some... Does it have any illustration that match something like some sort of savage people who are like, oh, let's copy this and let's
the
make it out.
interior design, like the interior book, actually has like a pull-out thing that are electrician blueprints for building a mechanical Christ.
Oh, fuck.
I'm not making this up. This is a real thing that exists.
Okay.
They actually gathered in a mob and destroyed it and everything.
So what's up with this book? You can read it?
You
Yeah.
looked it up, Gavin. It's amazing.
Oh, I
An
guess
electronic Christ.
it does have something about building a mechanical idol here. Who wrote this? Jeez, who's
Can
this?
you translate that for me?
Nails. I
It's
mean,
a cult text.
a lot of it's a mechanical thing. I don't know electrical stuff, but maybe we can figure this out.
Given what it caused here, that's probably going to be considered, heretical to have that on you.
I mean, I don't know.
The
anymore.
schematics were designed by Thomas Jefferson.
Oh my.
You mentioned these corpses were like writhing before. Like,
Oh, they're still
skins-
writhing.
These people are
Yeah, we
dead,
should
right?
take care
Oh,
of
they're
it.
super dead. But like their stomachs are bulging up to the sternum and rib cage. And like there's something slinking around in there.
I'm gonna take a knife, just kind of peel it across where that thing is writhing.
All right, something jumps out, something bursts out of its chest and like gets up in your face.
Oh, holy fuck!
So, Bruce Campbell style, I think you might be running around like with something on your face.
Trying to grapple it off. Yes.
Now you're able to grab it because it has a tail,
What the fuck?
and you pull it away, and like you're able to hold it, and it's like a large fat raccoon with people hands. And like almost a person face, kinda, but it's also a raccoon face, kind of like the dude from What We Are in the Shadows. You can't do the faces quite right. And it has a long reptile tail with a stinger on it that looks almost like a quill that's dripping ink. And it phases through your hands a little and gets loose and skitters away laughing, like a person would, like a child would.
Fucking hell!
So we'll use the lanterns and the oil and start setting fire to some bodies.
What the fuck?
All right, yeah, burn them.
Demons.
Holy! Does it look like the thing that was in our camp yesterday?
Yeah, a little.
That thing was nice though, and it talked to us.
I guess it makes causing those bodies. That's how it reproduces.
Nothing good ever burst out of a human's corpse.
I mean, so that you can get.
They say that Vlad Dracov was born after his mother died in childbirth.
Yeah. See.
Nothing good.
Are there torches down here?
Oh yeah, everywhere. How do you think this place is illuminated?
Luminal mollusks.
I'm gonna do this because holy fuck, these things can't get loose. They're horrible monsters. That
Oh,
have
they're like
skin.
like as soon as you guys caught wise to them, they were just hiding out, like waiting. As soon as they know, they burst and run. They skitter away.
Grab a rifle.
Still chopping heads, burning bodies, right?
No, at this point, we might as well bring people down here. Do any of these people look important? Like, holding my ring important?
Out of character. The owner of the town has your ring. He's just not telling you.
Of course.
In character, these look like just merchants. They all look alike. They're outcasts. Or they're foreigners.
They all look alike.
Well, I guess this is probably a good sign of,
I think we've cleared this out. I guess you want to pocket the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the schematics look like schematics to me?
Yeah, totally.
I might have to get you to interpret some stuff later.
They're like meticulously done too. Someone called Jefferson wrote them.
So I think this is more than enough to convince the town and probably Strahd himself that these people are
We're distraught now.
heretics.
I mean, I think the cult stuff is incidental
No.
to the possession.
I'm pretty sure this is the worship thing upstairs. I mean, this is obviously all this big thing that's connected to them, and we can use it to get them the fuck out of here.
I mean, yes, you could play it like that.
That's exactly how we're going to play it. How else would you suggest?
You can take them on,
we just
Kevin,
killed.
but you can't have it.
We just killed the serial killer. It's all fine now, guys.
Except it's clearly not fine. This wasn't the serial killer's job.
It's clearly not fun.
I mean, this isn't a good job, but those corpses are.
We don't even know if that thing was the one that was ritually torturing people in town.
I don't know either. I guess we should ask the merchants what they're.
It's like finding a bunch of dead people and then locating one person who killed another person and being like, yes, this person committed all the murders in all of Barovia.
So what you're saying is you're describing police officers closing a case when they arrest one black dude.
Case
Yes.
closed.
That looks like we can wrap up every murder that's open on the books.
Yes, literally.
Oh, look, we found a person. His
It
name
says
is
one of
John
the only
Doe.
minorities in Barovia.
Well, if the boyar, not the boyar, but the burgomaster wants an excuse to shut this place down, he has it.
An insane excuse. There's more like writing down here. There's like journals and stuff.
Yeah, so pocket whatever you want. I guess.
Pocket shit.
Yeah.
Let's take all the evidence and get back to town. And
Yes.
So let's see maybe again what the burgomaster wants to do with this.
get them the hell out of the mine.
Alright. Spoiler alert. The Burgermeister's going to organize a lynch mob.
Okay.
And they're going to lynch mob the merchants out of town.
And out of the mine. Perfect.
Fair enough.
And the burgomaster will come in with his miners. Just take it
No one
all.
is going to this mine.
No?
No. This place is...
Condemned.
He's got to sort that out. So it's going to be off limits to people for the next little while they sort this shit out. And
Well-
make sure they don't have to get the Zveroviches involved.
Well, good thing we've got the back entrance, guys.
Oh yeah, we should leave through that and go to town. And
Oh, yeah, that would be way more convenient.
Like he gets shown all of this, you show him all this, and he's just like,
burn.
yeah, nope, not acceptable.
We don't show him the books that we.
No.
That's fine. So, I feel like to wrap, we should move forward to you guys looking at the documentation you got. To start piecing things together.
Okay, so I guess we convene back with the
The list,
yes. Hey guys, what have you done? Oh, nothing? Well, we murdered the serial killer and...
Not nothing. Paid assiduous attention to a donkey, I sure as hell hope.
So nothing. Nothing of importance.
Alright, you guys get back to Gerard and Priscilla, and you have your books. So, what do you want to know about the information you've gathered from the caves?
those. So I don't think any of this has anything to do with finding the ring. You haven't.
I don't understand a single bit of this conspiracy, so yeah, pretty much everything from the ground up.
I mean, from that sense, that ties to one of my personal backstory. It was they found the merchants doing some fuckery in the mines years back, and I didn't follow up.
I mean, like you guys got new info.
Yeah, I mean, okay,
Well,
so
what are the journals that we found?
There we go. That's what I was asking about.
Okay.
Guys. What from the journals you guys wanted? Not the whole conspiracy. Good lord. You don't have key pieces yet. You just got some key pieces. So the merchants' journals, they were building, prompted by fortune tellers and like people among their community that were telling them that they could be really rich if they got this patron that they found in this book that was dropped off to them by a donor. They could construct a idol, and it would funnel them wealth and fortune.
the mechanical Christ.
Yes, new motive power is what it's called. So the idea was to use this idol and all of their wealth and all of the worship and the mind's resources to build and finish this thing and channel it into the corpse in the lake above, like the child body. And it would this patron that's been reaching out to them in their dreams and stuff, and through some of their members, he'd be able to cross over and shower them with affection and gifts, because he's not quite here all the way.
Fucking parasitic gods.
They found all of this stuff when they were like looking through the mine and found where the dead guy's body was, and it led them to this compartment where there was this material left behind by some guy called John Murray Spear.
Okay, so they found the journal there.
They found John Murray Spear and his journal. It looks like he got lost. He died in the caves.
Okay.
Did they say anything about who was reaching out to them?
A patron, like God, was reaching out to them. God was speaking to them in their dreams and stuff, and sending his good omen like servants.
Raccoons?
They're called. They don't really have a proper name for them. They're just messengers.
Well,
They wanted the mines to build new motive power
okay.
to bring their God in.
And now, our Phineas wants to build a new mode of power. Finish the work. Finish the prayer.
Finish the prayer.
And that's how he becomes the villain.
What they did do, they found out that something was attacking their people, and they think it was some sort of specter or unquiet dead. So they were seeding their buildings and stuff with like salt and like charged magnetic fields to keep the ghost out.
Did it work?
For the most part. Then it got a physical body. You can infer afterwards, and that did not keep it out.
Fucking Jason. Okay.
That's them. They're just trying to be rich.
Okay. Is that all?
That's
The
them.
journals? Okay.
They're using shenanigans to get enough power here to keep the mine for themselves.
Okay. How does this tie in with the guy that was murdered that had the altar beforehand that came from the village of Barovia at all?
The serial killer?
No, I don't think it was the serial killer. The guy the cottage we investigated last time. Where they were... Okay.
Oh, that's why they were keeping the altar.
Yeah.
They made notes that they had to move it because some of the locals were starting to snoop around.
Okay.
So they moved it closer to the mine, which is riskier because the mine has more people moving through it.
Okay, once again, who had the rosary from the village of Barovia that tied in with something?
None of them.
Okay.
When you guys mentioned that you guys had a ghost coming after you, the Delisny twins know how to deal with ghosts.
Okay,
They have a book on it.
perfect. I guess we'll study it.
Yeah, like Priscilla's kind of an expert.
Cool.
Yeah, you encountered like a walking specter.
Well, it possessed the body of a corpse.
Full manifestation. That's unusual. So Van Richten wrote a book about ghosts, which I didn't really read it. I actually picked up a book from one of his associates, Wells. It's Wells' Guide to the Occult. Wells was one of Van Richten's stranger associates from Falkovnia. He was a monk, and then he moved to like Dematla and Lamordia and became sort of a spiritual inventor. And he devised a system for containing ghosts and communicating with them and tracking them.
Interesting.
It uses the orgon. It's like the energy all living things have inside their bodies to trace them. And she kind of just looks around at your lab. You ever heard of a radio?
I've
That's how you
encountered similar
communicate it.
theories.
So yeah, orgon is like the book says. Orgon gives off a frequency that you can track with a radio, sort of interference.
Interesting.
Cool.
Would you know enough that we'd be able to replicate that?
Yeah, I have the book here, and like there's like diagrams and stuff. Like it's a guide to building an EMF machine.
Would you be willing to part with that book?
Sure.
It's called Wells' Guide to
The Occult.
Wells' Guide to the Occult and Radios.
And Gerard's like, it sounds like the serial killer, your killer, the Ripper. The Ripper's spirit's still at large.
Yes.
It does something.
But you destroyed its corporeal form,
Yeah.
Yes.
which means it will remanifest at its fetters.
Where is that? What is that?
Fetters are
Fetters.
things significant to a spirit in life. Its bones, its grave, where it grew up, its murder weapon.
People that
Burned
apprehended
down
it.
house. I mean, it was a laborer. I don't remember there being too much
It was
special
walking-
in its books.
I
Maybe
mean,
the
it was
house
walking
burned
between-
it down.
He's walking between Krezk and that other village, so between those places, probably that's where it will be at. Well,
Well, the slasher was an orphan, wasn't he?
Oh my God, orphanage.
what?
Perhaps if its burial site's been destroyed and it has no fetters in Krezk, that would logically be where it bounced to.
So
We need to build a radio and go to the Barovian orphanage.
that was his. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he had this little necklace that was jammed in someone's throat. So how did he get his own rosary to jam in someone's throat?
I ask the owner where it came from.
I mean, we know where it came from, but it ended up in the body. The rosary ended up in the body. So, okay, don't know.
So we've got to go to the orphanage, communicate with him.
Obviously, finish this something, put it to rest.
Yes, it's the only way to stop them. They'll keep coming back if you don't resolve its fetters. Fetters can also be unfinished business.
It seems like it was trying to save the town from possession, so
Okay.
maybe he's on our side after all.
I'm pretty sure the serial murderer is not on our side.
Yes, it's unlikely that a unquiet dead would. The unquiet dead are not our allies, but they can work in ways that align with our with our goals.
Well, I'm leaving my mind open to possibilities.
They get obsessive after a while. They stop having human reasoning. Their fetters consume them.
Well, we will put it to peace either way.
I guess we'll have to. Otherwise, it might be coming back for us, and
We might want a cover story for going to the orphanage.
we're investigating the person that murdered the merchant? Because it obviously couldn't be the serial killer. So maybe there's someone else.
Plus, you have the rosary, which presumably belongs to someone there.
Yeah,
Sorry, we want to bring back a rosary.
that's a noble quest. Okay. So we still don't know where the ring went, though. There's a whole empty mine now where it could have been lost.
What race?
Asha's
Already
ring.
forgotten about it.
The original quest. Asha's ring still missing. We don't have any clue about where it went. Well, at least the mine's empty.
Maybe the ghost has seen it.
Maybe. You want to ask the ghost to channel it with the radio, like we would channel the
Well, we're going to
Mothman?
be talking to it anyways.
I mean, presumably it gives us a radio frequency. Maybe you'll be able to connect to it on the same frequency. I don't know. Well, I guess we're going to the village.
Of Barovia. The choking fog. The
Worst-
poverty. The misery.
Well, we can go there rich for all those blings and stuff.
Go there rich?
I mean, we
We've
have
got
the
vampire lungs.
Hey, Strahd, you want these vampire
Hey,
lungs?
so I think this is your.
Strahd, you want these
Offspring.
vampire lungs? He's like, I could use a spare.
Oh, Mr. Burns.
Oh my god. Alright. Well, the Delizia twins are going to say goodbye to you because Barovia is a scary hellhole.
That's unfortunate.
I hope they don't use those words.
They'll leave you their notes and their material that they have on the case, like all the stuff they found on the serial killer and all the stuff they have on, like, they'll leave you like their books on slashers and stuff.
Awesome.
But fuck this place.
It's better they didn't give the love interest card so I could just tie one of them into me.
Christ almighty.
You're my wife now. Ploink.
Christ almighty.
The Disney.
But there is one last thing to tackle before we close for the season. Because time, I imagine, will pass as you guys get prepped to go to Barovia to investigate the orphanage at the village, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are going to start noticing things now that you've left the mine.
They're getting more and more unlucky.
Oh, the unlucky thing was the beginning.
Oh no. Pennies, pennies.
So things are different around Krezk. When you go outside at night, you can see a little clearer at nighttime, even when the moon's not out. There are wolves that have been stalking the village, but they've been keeping like weird patterns and staying kind of outside of people's point of view. And there's clearly something wrong with them. Like they're lopsided, their shoulders are the wrong angle, and their stomachs are squirming. And there's that hissing kind of laughter coming from them, this reedy little voice. Or, you know, when you're just walking through the village kind of in the early morning or during the evening, some of the carrion birds or owls will be like in knotholes in the trees staring at you, and they'll have like rings around their eyes that are the wrong color and shape. Or just, you know, it'll be nighttime and you'll be in your house and outside your window will be one of those raccoon things. Or you'll be at the cat's cradle and one will be outside your window mocking you, maybe throwing rocks at your window to keep you awake. And if you point it out to other people, they don't see them.
And they're cool. It's a cat.
And it picks up in the coming days, like you noticing these things, and other people not noticing them, and them going around when no one's paying attention and stinging them, and that person getting kind of like sick over time, or they start having accidents.
This is all what the serial killer saw.
I mean, it's supposed to be an ally or a friend to help us.
Yeah,
So-
one was.
I mean, it should apply to the general group, but whatever.
It's okay.
Oh, Devin, no.
It's okay.
I did not ask for this.
The merchants are your friends.
They're dead. And
They're your friends!
They're dead friends.
They're no longer antagonistic. Originally, the merchants were going to be alive and trying to kill you, so when you played the friend card, instead of them trying to kill you, I had the serial killer show up and murder them all for you.
So he was my friend all along?
The real friends were the friends you made along the way.
I mean, the friend card specifically doesn't work on major antagonists.
Was he a major antagonist? I don't know.
I mean, he was, because he was my enemy for the other card.
Oh, no, he wasn't your enemy. No, Peter. That wasn't your enemy.
Oh, I don't know who is.
Your enemy is Electronic Christ.
Oh no. Christ,
And he's
no.
coming back.
Electronic Christ, whose plans you fucked up.
The second coming of Electronic Christ.
But yeah, much like in Bloodborne, which is the direct parallel I'll draw, your guys' insight has gone up since you picked up the bad penny. Which means you're starting to see the things everyone else has been missing this entire time.
So I have a feeling that when we'll switch over to the other system, this will be more of a paranormal investigation game rather than just living in Ravenloft.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little weirder. And now you guys have the ability to see shit without it being like an occult roll or something.
Okay.
Because you're getting dragged further into the supernatural weird side of things now that you're all covered in curses. Mothman bullshit, bad penny, getting stung.
Oh no.
A friend of the hooligans, which is the name of that type of critter. They're called hooligans.
Cool.
Alright, but that is the season finale. You guys have investigated, you've discovered some things. You don't have all the answers, you don't have most of the answers. But you certainly have a rough outline of what the map might look like.
Fucky.
So, that is season 1 of Conspiracy at Krezk. I was Devin.
Tyler?
Kevin.
And Peter.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.